Okay, guys, a few things here. Today we're going to, last time we did solving equations with addition and subtraction. Today we're going to use multiplication or division. All right? Now, solving an equation, you know what? This says finding all the solutions of an equation is called solving the equation, but the thing that I always want to think about is that's not what I want. Get x or any other variable by itself. That's what we're doing when we solve. We're getting that variable by itself. Okay? Inverse operations, we've talked about this already, are two operations that undo each other, such as addition and subtraction, but today it's going to be multiplication and division. Okay? That'll undo each other. Equivalent equations, when you perform the same operation on each side of an equation, you obtain an equivalent equation. All right? They're still the same. It looks different, but they're still the same. Okay? The division property of equality. This means I can divide on both sides of an equation and the equation remains the same. It looks different, but it's still stating the same information. I can do anything to an equation as long as I do it to both sides. Same thing for multiplication, right? I can multiply both sides by the same thing and the equation still remains true and equal. Okay? All right. Let me extend the page a little bit so we can see these examples here. All right? And I may even write this a little bit bigger. Let's look at this first one. It says negative 6x is equal to 48. And I'll draw a big line here so I don't mess that up. Okay? Now, Albert, I want you to help me. I'm going to talk with you for a second. I'm going to ask you a question. What does this left side say? What is it telling us?
Negative 6
times x. Now remember, I want to undo the stuff that's happening to the variable, right? So how would I undo this so that it's just x by itself?
You would divide by positive 6.
I'm glad you said that, Albert. I want to divide, but not by positive 6. I don't switch its sign. I know we might think about it because it says inverse operations. We may think change the sign. But we don't want to do that because I'm just going to, just for the moment, put up here divide by positive 6. Right? But what is negative 6 divided by positive 6, Simon? When I divide a negative by a positive, what do I get there?
I believe you get the positive.
Think about this. Negative 4 over 4. What's 4 over 4? 1. So what's negative 4 over 4? Negative 1, right? I divided a negative by a positive. Okay? And when they're different signs, the answer is negative. So let's go back up here. I don't want to divide by the number, I don't want to divide by the numbers opposite because that's going to give me a negative sign. And I don't want to know what negative x equals. I want to know what positive x equals. So Albert had a good point. He said, look, let's divide by the exact thing that we want to get rid of. If I want to get rid of negative 6, then I want to divide by negative 6 on both sides. So now, Kai, negative 6 divided by negative 6 is equal to what? Positive 1. X is equal to, and now help me with this one, Teddy, 48 divided by negative 6. It's negative 8, right, because I'm dividing a positive by a negative. Do I need this 1 in front of the x, Cole?
No, but you can just put it there.
I can put it there or I don't have to. You know, mathematicians are lazy. That's a whole 2 inches of pencil lead or ink that I'd be using. And I don't really want to waste all that energy writing it. So, you know, mathematicians being lazy like they are, when it's just a 1, they let it be x. All right? So let's look at this other one now. This one says negative 14t is equal to negative 24. All right? Help me with this one, Liam. How do I get rid of that negative 14 that's next to the t? I do. I'm going to divide by negative 14 because it's being multiplied, it being the variable is being multiplied by negative 14. So I divide by the thing that I want to get rid of. Okay, so I want to divide this side by negative 14. These will cancel and it leaves me with t. And this I just have to reduce. And I think that 2 goes into both of them. Negative 12. Oh, but it's a negative over a negative. That makes it positive 12 over 7. Good job.